This is the only growth method for e-commerce brands that can allow you to not only scale long-term, but do so at a 4 to 5x blended ROAS or more. If you're new to the channel, you don't know who I am. My name is Justin, and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, an online marketing growth firm specializing in elevating thriving businesses by simplifying online marketing. With that being said, in the last couple of years, we've been profitably spending over $9.6 million a year on ads on the behalf of our clients, and let's get straight into today's video. So, pretty bold claim to start a video with. This is going to be a talking head video like this because it is an observation I've had looking into our most successful client accounts and perhaps my own business too in the last few years. Now, I'll go ahead and unveil the punch in itself. What exactly is this secret growth method? It's not just ads, it's not email marketing, it's not CRO, it's a combination of paid and organic social traffic sources. Let me explain. Organic is usually going to be the thing that'll work for you no matter if you're sick, if you're sleeping, if you're out of office, you're traveling or whatever. It occurred to me when I was gone traveling for a couple of days last week that first of all, I had pre-recorded and batch made tons of content. So YouTube videos were still getting posted and getting views. Not only that, I've been making consistent YouTube videos now for about 4 years. My team and I actually ran a report not long ago, and we were surprised to see that I think the number was something along the lines of 700 to 800 of my 1,000 videos live on YouTube, and I'm talking specifically long form videos only. We're still getting at least one view every month, which is crazy to think about, that like on a monthly basis, I have about long form pieces of content only 700 to 800 videos that are being seen by people out there. And same is true for Instagram. If I look across all my social channels, I get close to about 400,000 to 500,000 impressions or views every single month. And with that being said, that prompted me to look through our e-commerce businesses and our info product clients too at paidadvertising.com to see like what made some of them ultra profitable. And the truth is, some of them started marketing organically, some of them started with paid ads. Wherever somebody started, the ones that were the most profitable were the ones who were simultaneously growing organically and with ads. And one fuels the other for many reasons. So first and foremost, organic content compounds daily, right? And I'm not just talking about YouTube videos. Instagram nowadays is an incredible platform when it comes to Reels for organic push. Now, I would even argue it's becoming better than TikTok for the longevity of the lifespan, essentially, of one of your organic videos that you'll post. If you go to TikTok, in my experience at least, a video will blow up, and if it does, it'll blow up in the first 24 hours. And it'll typically start with a very big curve and then rapidly go down. So it's not really long-lived in terms of reach. The reach happens very quick. Instagram, I felt something slightly different. So all the reels that I had that blew up, and I'm talking from experience here, I had my very first organic reel, no ads ran to it, reached over 1 million views in the last 2 weeks or so. And I kind of sit back and I was like, well, how long ago was that reel posted? That reel was posted 2.5 months ago. And in the first 24 hours, it did better than my average reel. So my average reel is probably going to get anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 views in the first 24 hours. That one I think got like 10,000 in the first 24 hours. I was like, that's interesting. It's doing better. Let's see how it goes. And as time went on, it started snowballing more and more by the day. But it's not like it just hit 1 million overnight and then completely died down, which has been my experience on TikTok. I've had many videos get 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 views on the platform on TikTok. And it was always within 24 to 48 hours. Now, that tangent aside, my point here is that your content works for you. Like content that you've posted months ago on Instagram is still getting views daily. And that is whilst I am still posting new content every single day right now, which is also getting views. And that amounts to me getting about 280,000 unique accounts reached organically monthly, not impressions, unique accounts reached monthly, 280,000 accounts, which is crazy to think about. Now, with that being said, going back and kind of tying my point here is I've got this content now that is compounding daily. I've got YouTube that is compounding daily. Now, if perhaps I would have started Twitter, I would have started other channels, I would have had other sources compounding daily. For me, it's really focusing on YouTube and Instagram. They're compounding daily. So if I start running ads now, what are the chances, first of all, that I've just created for myself a consistent pool of product and most aware people? This is where I'm making the tie back to some of the content discussed on the channel. I'm a very big advocate of market awareness level. So I always talk about how to position the messaging of one of your ads, right? You can position it to an unaware, a solution aware, a problem aware, a product aware, a most aware audience. And from there, you kind of work someone through your funnel. Well, here's the catch. If someone found you organically from one of your pieces of content and actually now fell into your funnel, which means they've either watched a significant portion of your videos, they've liked one of your videos, they perhaps followed you on Instagram or on Facebook, well, now they're part of your ecosystem, which means they're aware of what you sell, they're aware of who you are, which automatically moves them all the way at the end of your funnel. You skip the having to go from unaware to solution, or you skip like this entire top of funnel part, and that person just spawns in your audience all the way at the bottom of it. And why is that good? It's not because they're in your bottom of funnel that they'll convert. And what I've noticed is that if I start working with a client who has never ran ads ever before, and they've grown purely organically, the low-hanging fruits of this account is to start advertising still in broad targeting, which means we're only limiting demographics, we're only limiting age, gender, location. We don't exclude their current audience, but we don't also force Facebook to go only towards their current audience. We leave it broad and open. But here's the catch. We run product aware and most aware ads. So we focus on selling the product. And what do you know? By default, when you advertise on Facebook, and I've made this diagram in a few videos, I think of Facebook as like it's this big circle, okay? And there's small sub-circles everywhere around this bigger circle. One of these circles is a product-aware audience. Another one of these circles is a solution-aware audience. Another one of these circles is an unaware audience. And they make up your total addressable market. Now, by default, regardless of the type of ads that you launch, typically, when you launch a new ad creative, Facebook goes for your warmest audience first because they're low-hanging fruits. So, if that is true, so following my line of thought here, Facebook goes for your warmest audience first. Second of all, you launch product aware and most aware ads. And you've already built an existing pool of, let's say in my case, 280,000 unique accounts seeing my content every 30 days. That's a super warm audience with almost 300,000 people that I can show product aware ads to, that Facebook will start by automatically showing my ads to these people. They'll convert, which means I'm going to be more profitable from the get-go, right? They'll usually convert faster at a higher rate because they already know me. So I have a pretty high ROAS. And the beauty with that is that my pixel gets trained with the right data from the start. I get a higher ROAS with more intentful people that convert at a higher rate. So now my pixel gets filled with tons of high quality data points daily as soon as I start running ads. And that's the low-hanging fruit for us to implement into businesses who have not yet ran ads. They've built the goodwill into their market. They've built an organic audience. They've built a bottom of funnel audience that their organic content is not enough. Their audience, even though they're warm, they're just not seeing enough of this brand's organic content. They need ads to really push them over the edge and convert. And once we come in and launch these ads, it's an initial win. So client's happy, then Facebook's happy because they're getting high quality data point, which usually makes it so that when we start going broader with our advertising's messaging, when we start going for solution aware, for problem aware ads, we have an easier time expanding because Facebook knows who to go after. And that's why I say they both work hand in hand. I want you to see that as like an everlasting cycle here, where the more organic content you do, the more of a warmer audience you create. The more of a warmer audience you create, you'll either be feeding a warmer audience to your ads for them to retarget this warmer audience and get them to convert, and vice versa. The more ads you run, the more people start following you organically, right? I've always done that. ask yourself this: if you see a new business on your Instagram feed or on your Facebook profile, you click on their profile, you follow them, right? That's one of the most likely pathway that you'll have. If you find an ad that's interesting, you might not be in the position to buy right now, but you're like, damn, this product looks amazing, or this is very interesting brand. Let me just follow them. I want to keep an eye on what they do. And eventually I'll see a story or a promo or an organic post of theirs and buy from there. So that's what I mean by a cycle. The more organic you do, the warmer the audience you create. The warmer the audience you create, the more it feeds into your ads, which your ads now become more profitable because you've created a warmer audience. The more ads you run, the more people will start following you organically to keep an eye out on what you do and become a part of this organic audience, and it so on and so forth. This just cycle keeps on repeating itself. And this is seriously the best tip I have for any brand or any perhaps smaller business or drop shipper who wants to expand and think long term is to build a brand. You got to have the organic dialed in. Every single client that I've had, every case study with no exception whatsoever that we've had to crush it, was also doing pretty good organically. They were doing very good either with email and SMS, so at like fostering a list, or through a Facebook group, or through their page on Instagram or TikTok. And so one last thing to kind of bring up in this whole topic discussed today is organic obviously brings its own set of sales. From the example I mentioned earlier, well, if you run more ads, more people follow you. Some of these people won't wait to see another ad. They'll just convert at some point from one of your stories or Instagram post. And now that is organic revenue, right? You've acquired followers and engagers through ads, which convert later through organic. Or on the flip side, you've posted a reel, which has made you be exposed to newer people. They followed you, and now completely organically and for free, you've acquired eyeballs that will now convert. And that being said, that adds a big cushion of revenue to your business. There's a lot of revenue to be made organically, right? Just purely out of the simple organic reach, right? Meaning you make very good reels. People start seeing those reels. They follow you. They buy from there. That's quote unquote free content unless you have team members involved. Everybody who has an iPhone can make a reel. If you're the owner, you can make reels yourself, right? You don't need to hire anybody else. And that's what I mean by free content, right? And again, the more ads you run, the more people follow you. Eventually, some of these people will convert organically too, which just bumps up your revenue even more. And what that does is this extra cushion of revenue makes your brand more profitable once again. This is the difference between the brand, and that's what I use in the intro, blended ROAS. What blended ROAS means, it's total Shopify revenue divided by total ad spend. So because now you have an extra cushion of revenue to add on top of all the revenue that came from your ads, now suddenly you look a lot more profitable as a business, okay? And one last thing I'll mention is that this goodwill or this organic audience also works with influencers, right? I've had a lot of brands kind of say like, well, Justin, I'm not really good at this. Like, I don't really understand how to make content. I don't understand how to, really make this work for myself. Like, sure, build yourself an army of 5 to 10 micro influencers, anywhere between, 30,000 followers plus, and just have them be the face of your brand, have them do consistent amount of content for you, and you will be building the same type of goodwill, the same type of organic flywheel by utilizing other people's audiences. That's one of the easiest ways too to funnel people to your own Instagram account or your own TikTok account, is to work with influencers who have the audience you want, and you pay them to post content and tag you to basically steal or funnel in part of their audience to now come to your brand. And now you're left with, I don't know, in some cases it's a 30, in other cases it's a 50, in other cases it's $100,000 extra a month in organic revenue, purely that comes because you're posting great content online and people love you for it. And now that money is extra 30, 40, 50, 100K a month that you get, that you can then pump into ads, which now you have more ad spend. Your ad spend is more profitable because you have a warmer audience. Now your ad spend brings more people organically, which then, right, flywheel. I'll stop myself right there because I'm going to start repeating myself, but understand that organic and paid together form a flywheel. One doesn't go without the other. You can scale a business only organically. You also can scale a business only with paid. If you combine both, you have the healthiest type of business possible. Now, if you made it this far in this video and you are an e-commerce brand owner over around $50,000 a month and wanting to partner with a paid ads partner on Meta, Google, or TikTok, click the link below and book in a call to speak with our team today. And with that being said, if you're just starting out with your brand or perhaps you want more consulting, then I invite you to click the second link in the description down below and join our Ad Engine Consulting Program. Now, with that being said, I invite you to check out some more free marketing videos on the channel too. As always, I've been posting these videos for a couple of years now, so there's tons of content for you to check out. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.